Hi friends, welcome back. In this session, we are going to learn how exactly to build combinational logic circuits using Verilog. I'm going to take up a simple half adder and I will talk about it. I will derive the equations and finally we will go ahead with the implementation in Verilog and we will also write the test bench for the same. It is very easy and please listen to it carefully so that you can implement the rest of the stuff like subtractors, encoders, decoders, multiplexers or demultiplexers with ease. This is very easy. At the same time, please pay attention. Right. What is combinational logic? A combinational logic is one where output is purely dependent on the present input. I mean, I do not care about what the past is. 100% this is opposite to sequential logic where output not only is dependent on the present but also history is important. So, in simple words to convey, sequential logic has got memory where combinational logic will not have memory element. Now let's go ahead and implement and build adders with Verilog. I'm going to take up half adder first, then we will go with full adder. We'll implement that. In this session, the target and the focus is restricted to half adder. What is an adder? Very simple. You all know it will be used to add two inputs. Half adder is specifically meant for adding just two inputs. It can accept only two binary inputs. With that input, it can compute and it will get you the result. The result will be two. One is going to be sum and another one is going to be carry. Sum is always represented normally with the letter S, whereas carry is represented always by the letter C. Can we go ahead and start deriving the stuff which can let us go ahead and write the code further with Verilog? It's very easy and please listen to it carefully. I've got two inputs, input B and input A. I've got carry and sum. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1 are the inputs and this is traditional. When I add 0 and 0, what will happen? The carry is 0, sum is 0. When I add 0 and 1, the sum is 1 and the carry is 0. When I add 1, 0, sum is 1, carry is 0. When I add 1, 1, the carry will be 1 and sum will be 0. This is very simple and easy to understand. Now we need to understand what exactly are the gates required to build the half adder. This is the truth table for the half adder and we now need to derive the expressions which will help us in building the circuit completely. Let's understand first with sum. Where are all the ones available? This is 0, don't worry. This is 1 and this is 1. These are all the two cases where we get 1, which means this is the output that we need to bother about. So input is 0, input is A. I mean input for B is 0, input for A is 1. Similarly, input for B is 1, input for A is 0. So can you recollect something out here? This is nothing but this is XOR gates functionality, right? We can now get the XOR gate for sum. The sum is nothing but is a function. Sum can be obtained easily using XOR gate. A and B XOR will get you sum because the truth table for the XOR is exactly what is reflected here. When input is 0 and 1, you get 1. When input is 1 and 0, you get 1. Rest all times when you get both the inputs as 0, 0 or 1, 1. When both the inputs remain the same, output is 0. And so what we need here is an XOR gate. Now this is done. Let's come to carry. First is 0, 0, 0. Don't worry about these three. I do not bother about it. This is the only case which we need to worry. Both the inputs are 1 and the output is 1. Which gate you can remember, immediately come to a conclusion that it is an AND gate. So how do we draw the circuit? A and B are the inputs and the XOR gate will get me sum. The A and B, when you take and feed it into an AND gate, you get the carry. So sum equal to A XOR B, carry equal to A and B. That's it. We have returned the truth table. We have derived the expressions and what is left, we need to write the Verilog code. Is it complex? No, it is not. It is very easy and I'm going to explain you that shortly. That's all. I have opened a notepad here which has got the Verilog code, I mean the module for half adder written. What is the name of the module? Half adder. It's very simple. What are the inputs and what are the outputs? I have got input as A and B. The output is going to be sum and carry. Out of these four, which two are inputs? A and B are the inputs and the outputs are going to be sum and carry. Correct? That's it. There are two ways which you can get the computation done. I mean, you can calculate the results in two ways. One is going to be data flow method, another one is going to be gate level method. Let's understand what is data flow method first. I'm going to comment the gate level method right now for the demonstration purpose, and then we'll go ahead with this and I'll explain you this a little later. When I go with the data flow model, I use the assign. Assign is meant for data flow model where the data is going to be taken with highest priority, which means how do we use the registers, how do we use the ports and then obtain the result, and where the data is saved is most important here. Let's not worry about what are the gates you are going to use. Instead, it is going to be the variables which we are going to operate on. A and B are important here. So that will be the most important component. Instead of you specifying the hardware component required to solve the problem, you will go with the data approach where the data flows like this, the data comes like this. That's how you will specify, and that's called data flow model. Now the sum is obtained with A XOR B. A and B when XOR. The data at A and B when XOR gets you sum. Similarly, carry is nothing but A and B. This is assigned to sum. This is assigned to carry. That's it. Now we are ending the module. Let's go with test bench. The test bench is again very easy. I'm naming it with regular convention half order underscore TB, and A and B are input, hence they are made registers. The sum and carry are output, hence they are made wire. Now I made an instance out of the half adder and I make A, B, sum and carry here. We will go with initial and we will begin. We are going to monitor, but this time I'm using time, which means we'll get the time frame also printed, and you can see that here $time A, B, sum and carry, which means that we are going to print also the time, right? So now what are all the cases? The input is going to be first A is 0, B is 0, 1 nanoseconds, and I'm going with B. So you can see that here it's going to be slightly, the way we have mentioned it here is slightly different. You can observe that change as well. A is 0, B is 0, we have mentioned this, but next time we have mentioned only B is equal to 1. What do you mean by that? Very simple. I am retaining the value for A as such. Now the next instance I am making A as 1. What do you mean by that? You are retaining the value for B as 1. Next instance I am making B equal to 0. I am retaining A as 1. That's all. That's the way we give inputs. It's very simple and efficient way to write the code. 0 0 0 1 1 1, and this is 1 0. So we have conveyed, we have printed all the possible options here, and that's done in this method. Now can we compile this code? We will have to do that, and I'm going to do it right now for you. Now let's first do the compilation of this. iverilog -o HA is the name of the executable file. halfadder.v and halfadder underscore tb.v both are present. I'm compiling it right now. You could see that the compilation is all smooth. VVP HA. That's all. The time is 0, time is 1, 2 and 3. What is the first input? The first input is 0, 0. The second input is, you can see that A is retained, so 0, 1. The third input is A is made as 1, and the same stuff should be reflected here. A is 1 and B is retained as 1. And the final thing, A is 1 and B is 0. So the output would be 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 0. So we have got sum 1 at 2 instances. We have got carry 1 at only 1 instance, and that's what the input is all about here for this instance. A and B are 1, so the carry is 1. Rest of the cases you can see it is 0, 1 and 1, 0, so the sum is up. That's it. You have implemented Verilog code for half adder in a very simple way. Can we go ahead and do the same thing with gate level? I'm going to specify the gates which are going to be used very clearly for this process, and that's what is called as the gate level in simple words. Let's do that right now. Now what are we doing here? I'm using an XOR gate. So XOR gate, the sum will be obtained and A and B are the inputs. The same thing but mentioned with gates here. You can see that here. That's called gate level. Now what is here? A and B, which is nothing but AND gate. So I use an AND gate. I name it as A1, and A and B are the inputs and carry is the output. That's all. I'm saving this file. Let's see if we can compile it properly to prove you the concepts. Yes, it got compiled. Can we run it? Yes, the output remain the same. 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 0. Here it is all proper. 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 0. That's it. We have learned how to write the Verilog code for the half adder clearly, and we have approached the same problem with data flow model as well as the gate level model. I hope you understood it clearly. If you have any questions, suggestions, please go ahead and type it in the comment section. I'll be able to answer you that. And if you like the channel, please give a thumbs up. Thank you.